Hello everybody, we are going to do a nice leg workout today. We're using a resistance band around the thighs and we'll do all the things: squats, lunges, bridges, one-legged stands to stabilize, and a little bit of core as well. So we're getting started on both feet, hip width or even a little wider apart, and let's just have a good focus on the core, on the rib connection, on opening the shoulders, lengthening through the neck, and then the hands will go to your chest. And we're gonna just sit back into a nice squat, working our knees into the band. So we wanna engage the glutes. We want to feel the thighs, front and back. You wanna feel the feet stable, so nicely supported arches. Big toe base, small toe base, heels pressing down, the toes nicely spread out and elongated so you're not gripping. And then the upper body folding in a flat back, so you want to keep that connection between the rib cage and the pelvis, so same distance all the way through. You're working your pelvic floor, you're working your navel into your spine, working the strength of the legs and the glutes. You want to go as low as you feel comfortable in your knees for sure, so definitely no pain or discomfort in the front of the kneecap area. I will say don't go lower than your knee with your butt. Then hold it down, and we're gonna just go down an inch and up an inch just to work a little bit of a more challenging angle here. Feel your glutes. Feel the quads and the hamstrings. Feet are happy and awake. And then lengthen through your back. Back extensors are working. Shoulder blades are pulling down. Ribs are closing. Abs are working. And just down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Working into the bands. You want to feel the resistance. You have some nice activity in the glutes for external rotation and abduction, so the movement away from the midline. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it down. Now just push into the band and push into the band for some extra external rotation and abduction. Maybe you can even sit a little lower. Push and push. Keeping the shoulders back, ribs connected, lengthen through your neck. Chin and chest are connected. Really drawing in your navel, refreshing the pelvic floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Inhale, circle up, and exhale, roll down. Just a stretch here, letting go of the arms and the head. Inhale, exhale slowly up. Keep your knees slightly bent, pushing the feet down into the ground, finding you're nice and upright. And then left foot forward, right foot back. We're gonna go straight into a lunge. So have your hands to your chest or by your hips, making sure you're squared off here. Maybe even having the hands here by your shoulders, just to really bring the shoulders back, opening them nicely. And then go down into your lunge, bending the back knee, 90-degree or around that. Inhale down, exhale, pushing up. You want to work the calf in the back. So pulling that heel up. I might have to readjust my band or else it's going to just snap and roll up and push. Pull that back heel up and refresh your core now. Lengthening through the top of the head to lengthen the neck and opening the shoulders. And then hold it down. Now here, open into the band again. Push, push. So we have those glutes again. You want to keep the pelvis on one nice level. Squared off to the front. Shoulders are square. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step forward, stay on that front leg. Now the hands in front of the chest. Bending a little bit in your standing leg. Now you want to push the right leg out. You're bending the knee. So stabilizing on that left leg, slightly bent. Again, keeping the pelvis level. Breathing through, you need your pelvic floor, you need your core. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just step down right where you are. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling down. Hands down, just step it back into a stretch, into a down dog. Just letting the heels drop. Maybe you need to bend a little more depending on your flexibility and on your day. And then walk your hands back. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling up. Navel is pulling in. And we're ready for second side for lunges. So right foot forward. And we'll have the hands either by your shoulders or hips or in front of the chest, whatever you prefer. And we're going to go down. And push. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to work the calf an extra bit. So you want to pull that heel up. And again, connecting ribs, connecting navel into your spine, connecting pelvic floor into your abdomen, even pulling your pelvic crests together. So the bones here pulling towards your midline. Four more. 3, 2, and then 1 to hold. And we're going to just open, 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 open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step it up and get ready to stand on one leg, slightly bent in the standing knee, and we're gonna pull and pull. Dropping the shoulders, lengthen through your neck. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step down. Inhale. And exhale, rolling down. Stepping back, downward dog. Elbows are rotating back towards your feet. Take your stretch here, dropping your head. If this isn't for you, you just go down on the knees and you do a child pose or whatever works for you to release. And then just slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale here, and then slowly coming up. And then inhale here. We're gonna exhale, roll down right away again. And this time we're gonna end up on all fours. And we'll have the toes out, the heels together. Make sure you're above your hands with your shoulders and hips above your knees. Inhale. Exhale, lift your knees. Hover them here. And now open and open. So we'll have, again, glutes. We'll have abs here. So you want to work them in. Keep your spine neutral, making sure you're not tucking under. So you don't want to round your lower back. You want to just keep it neutral. So sit bones right out to the back. Top of the head right forward. Elbows are micro bent. We'll have 10 more. And 9, 8, 7, heels together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Quick stretch here to then go on the forearms. Knees are ready underneath your hips. So you're tucking your toes under here. Inhale. So we'll have some more abs here. You want to push the elbows down into the mat and then lift from your abs, but also work your legs. So you want to work your quads. Pull your kneecaps up here. So into your thighs. So you work your quadriceps and you work the lower abs. You can either really put the weight down here and start afresh, or you just tap down. You want to keep your knees wide and make sure the feet are aligned too. So no rolling onto the tippy side. Tippy toes should not have too much weight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. So if you can't go all the way down for whatever reason in your knees, maybe you just want to let your head relax down into your hands and leave your pelvis up high, but just take a breath here, which can feel nicely relaxing too. And then we're gonna keep going on the forearms. Make sure your knees are underneath your hips, and then extend your left leg out to the back. So as you do that, Make sure there's no major shift over to the right side, but you want to keep your pelvis even, and then just slide it out here. Now we're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Make sure your shoulder blades are nicely set up, so you don't wanna collapse in between them. So we'll have hamstrings and glutes here. There's a lot of work in the standing side too, so more glutes, more hip stability. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then just pull in to lie down onto your right side. We're going to keep working with the left leg. We're going to do clams here. Very classic, but super efficient. Keep the heels together, and then just open the top leg, top knee, like a clam. Making sure you have that point of reference. Top side of the pelvis isn't moving, and you want to work into the glutes, into rotators, into abductors. At the same time, make it a lot about the core too, so you want to feel the transverse, holding on here, not moving your pelvis, keeping your spine stable. Ribs are closing, and then make sure your head is in a good position, elongated through your neck. Oftentimes we have the arm too far forward, so you really want to elongate and match the line of your spine. Pushing into your band. And 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then release. Just give it a little wiggle. And then extend the leg down. So pull your knee back a little bit, so the band isn't too far forward, but you really want to be almost or really underneath the top leg, so the band pulls in the right direction as you lift and lengthen through that top leg. So for this one, we're going to reach up with the top arm, so feel elongated through your head, top of the head, and then reach the arm away that you're lying on. So very active in the whole body. And if this isn't for you, you just drop the arm down and relax it. And keep your abs working here too. Keep the pelvic floor active. And a lot of length. So you want to not compromise the length of your top waist. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1, and release. Now grab the foot, and now you want to pull forward a little bit so you can stretch back, just to not arch your lower back for the stretch of the quadriceps. Nice opening in the left hip, and stretch of the quad. And then release it. Turn onto your back. Maybe adjusting the band slightly so it's in the right place. And then making sure you're ending up on your sacrum. The arms next to you, lengthen through your neck. Drop the shoulders, shoulder blades in the mat. The feet are wide awake, toes wide, big toe base, small toe base, heels pressing. into your mat. Inhale, and on your exhale, try to peel off from the very bottom. So pelvic floor needs to be initiating, and then abs are working, so you can slowly peel off your whole spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. And inhale at the top. And then exhale, you want to work your glutes slowly down. So you're not pushing through your back extensors, but you want to work from the glutes and the hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale here. Exhale down. And in. And now, next time, stay up there and extend your right leg forward. So stability in the left hip, left leg, and we're just gonna open to the side and open. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Stability right here. Extend forward, and we'll have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Inhale, exhale slowly down. And then pull your knees into your chest. Just rock side to side, releasing your lower back, just giving yourself a little break, lengthening through neck, dropping the belly, dropping the ribs. And then just roll over and come up. And we're gonna switch to the other side for the all fours on the elbows. So we're gonna go way back to do the other side. So knees underneath your hips, and as you slide out, remember not to slide over to the standing side. Ready to lift and lower. You want to work your abs here, keeping the pelvis in the center, in square. The abs are pulling in, obliques are connecting across diagonally. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And we're gonna lie down here, getting ready for our clams. So you want to have the heels in line with your spine, heels pressing together. Remember to activate the transverse here nicely, and then open and close, keeping your pelvis stable. Heels pressing together, feet aren't moving, and rotate and abduct with your glutes. So working into that right side buttock and holding on to the core, not to move away. Leave some space underneath the bottom side waistline so you're not collapsing into that side. We'll have 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And give yourself a little wiggle. And then slide back here to extend the top leg. And we'll have the arm up. Reach through the arm that you're lying on. Lengthen through your neck. Lengthen through the leg. And lift on an exhale. Inhale down. And draw the abs in. Again, you want to keep some space underneath your bottom waistline, not to collapse into it. And every lift is a reaching out of the hip. So the traction of the hip joint is part of every lift. And 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then release. Now move the knee forward for stability and then pull the right knee back for a stretch of the quadriceps. Just stretching the hip, stretching the quad, keeping the ribs in, navel in, so that the stretch really does land on the quad and not in the lower back. And then release it and turn onto your back. We'll return to some bridges here, but we'll be on our heels. Inhale here. And on your exhale, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Now stay up here, toes are high. Now just tap down and push up, and tap down, push up. Working your glutes, working the hamstrings. So you might feel some more hamstrings being on your heels. If this isn't for you, just bring the feet down flat. And do the hip press just like that. Now make sure your neck is long, shoulders open, abs pulled in so your abdominal wall is firm. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Relax the feet down. Extend your right leg forward. Try to do 10 reps of a one-legged hip press now. If that's not for you, keep doing other sets, more sets of the two-legged. And we're gonna go 10, 9, hips are level, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sacrum down, release, switch legs. And ready to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And both feet down. Now inhale, exhale, roll up all the way. Now inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Inhale, all the way, stretch, and then exhale. Slowly down, you want to release in the upper back, release in the lower back, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down. And then on your inhale, take the arms down. And then just let the knees sway a little bit right and left, just to loosen up. And then plant your sacrum down. Now you need your abs even more active as you lift off one leg after the other. And we'll have the heels together and the toes out. Now the arms are next to you to begin with. And we're going to do another clam, but this time it is also a lot about the abs, stabilizing the lever of the legs. So a little closer will be easier for the abs. Further forward, more work. So you choose your position and you really want to work the abs together towards your midline, but also holding on to rib-hip connection and making it even tighter. Knees are opening into butterfly, heels pressing together. Work those abs here. Work the glutes one more time. We'll have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release the knees in for a moment. Back to tabletop, this time parallel. And inhale, exhale, chin, chest, and we're gonna reach forward. If you need support for your head, feel free to hold on. Maybe you wanna keep the arms reaching forward for this one though. And now extend forward. Since you've got the band, you have a decent amount of hamstrings as well. We're gonna stay with the same leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, keep the abs in, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Releasing the neck, lengthening all the way through. So you want to slide up. And we're going to do a nice bicycle crunch or crisscross, working the band though. So still a lot about the legs, but also core. I promised you some core too. So hands behind your head, tabletop, inhale, and go across and across. And you want to keep that tension going through your band. Keep breathing, keep working your abs.
If it gets too much, you can stay down with your upper body, just work the legs, or you tabletop the legs and just work the upper body, depending on the priority you want to set for yourself. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Deep breath, letting the stomach relax. And we're gonna take off the band now so we can do a nice glute stretch that you probably need. So just set that aside and cross over into a figure 4. Nice and simple, and then just hold on to the knee. Maybe the elbow can sort of like push the knee out a little bit for more external rotation, so that will increase your stretch. And then you pull the knee in, and you should feel this in your right buttock. And then we're just gonna drop the whole package to the left side and open the right arm, so we'll also have a nice stretch for the spine. Release your leg, your figure 4 if you need to, if it feels too much in the hip or in the lower back. And then just release the figure 4 and slide down and back into the center. Pull your knees in here to then go into the other side, holding on to the knee. And maybe you can also push out here a little bit. It's depending on your way to hold on. This is available or not quite as much. Make this stretch work for your body so you really do feel a decent amount of stretch, but also not too crazy, so you don't need to grip. Try to drop your tailbone, your sit bones to increase the stretch. And then let the whole package fall to the right side and open the left arm all the way. Feel the lower back nicely twisting. Still the stretch in the glutes, but also opening through your pec on the left side. And then just release the legs. Let them come back and set the feet in a mat width apart, and then let the knees go side to side. So this will be a nice hip opener, maybe a little stretch through the quad as well, depending on the length you've got available there. And then stay on one side and just come up over this side and into a cross-legged. Just lift up tall and feel into your body. Take a moment to breathe. And then take the arms up, inhale. And bring in all the good things. And slide down through your midline. And I hope you had a good workout for your legs, all things legs, some nice strength for glutes, quads, hamstrings, and also a nice stretch for all of that. Thank you for joining.